Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Tony Pezza, that's P-E-Z-Z-A. I have a company called American Standard Properties and Businesses, LLC. And we're coming to you today with a very new program that has never been done before in the country that we know of. My host and my companion, who's now a self-employed entrepreneur, did some research, and we could not find another program throughout the country that offers education for the challenged people with ongoing support and business education. So what we want to do is we want to bring to you a program that is designed strictly for challenged people. Now, Chris Kennedy is employed with me as an independent contractor. Chris Kennedy, a while back, about 7 months ago, was washing dishes in a chain, a food chain. Since then, he has learned about businesses. He's learned a little bit about profit and loss. He now runs my keyboard. We have a radio show together. He's the engineer for me. We are trying to develop a program that is designed for the challenged individual and for the individual that has a little greater ability, that wants to be a dishwasher or load trucks in a box store, and has never got off what we call off center. Now, there are many schools around the country that are great. This is not a knock on what other people do. We don't do that. We're not that versed, we're not that forward in terms of training people to find different jobs. What we are experts at is training the people to be self-employed. Now, over the years, since 1975, I have trained a little over 200,000 business owners to be successful. So even though we're dealing with non-challenged people, the education has never changed. Now, why do I talk about education? Because when we talk to challenged people, as Chris does all the time in the office, he talks to different people, he has friends that are challenged. Some have degrees. The whole concept we're trying to promote here, ladies and gentlemen, is to have people that are challenged and have the ability to be functionable, to be their own employer, to be their own self-employed, to be their own entrepreneur. Now, Chris Kennedy, 7 months ago, was working, as I said, washing dishes. Prior to that, he worked in several box stores, loading trucks and cleaning toilets and sweeping floors. Now, he's been trained in computers from a school, but they never found him the right job to do. Now, we don't do that. What we want to do is, as a new program, we want to create, with the help of Chris Kennedy, who's a challenged individual you're going to meet very shortly, we want to get people that have the ability to be self-employed. We will train them how to be on their own. We will train with life skills, we will train with some accounting, computer skills, spreadsheets, Excel sheets. This is all very limited. It all sounds very vague and it all sounds very large, but it's very limited because a lot of them will not have the ability to function as a normal individual because of their handicap. But that does not qualify them to be experts at what they do. Chris Kennedy's expert at what he does when he works for me with the computers. We do our own editing, we do our own video, we do our own podcast, we do our own webinars. Now, when Chris came to me, he didn't know about the webinars and the podcasts on a business level. Since then, he's learned about terminology in business, he's learned about different programs that we have. We are on the social media with webinars and podcasts with Chris' help, that he was trained here at the studio, at the office. And so we want the individual person that is now available to say, hey, I want to learn. I don't want to go to school and wash dishes. I don't want to drive load trucks. I don't want to work in the supermarket stocking shelves. I have greater ability than that. Now, everyone that's challenged does not have that great ability. But we've done a survey and there's less than 5% that are self-employed. Now, we want to get that number up to about 15% nationally. So we're offering a new program with Chris's help as a director. He's been through the mill with autistic, with the challenge, physically, mentally. He's been abused by a lot of stores that have hired him. Not abused physically, but the job abuse. So now that Chris has been employed here as an independent contractor, we do radio, we do podcasts, and he has really learned a lot about business concept, which he never did before, never learned before. So what we want to do is we want to offer to all the challenged people that would like to be part of an educational system that we're trying to create. Now, this is all new. We're hoping it gets off the ground. We hope it works. And we feel that we can do this. Now, my background has been education for 45 years. I've started many, many programs over the years, a food program, an export company, a direction company, a training center, and it all works. It takes time, but we do need your assistance in the sense that if you feel that you are challenged and you have the capability and the ability to be self-employed, we'd like to hear from you. The number behind us here is 732-295-5855. 732-295-5855. That's the office and the studio number. This is where Chris spends most of his time doing podcasts and videos, and we do programming. What we want to do is we want to try to find individuals that are willing to be trained, have the ability to be trained, and be self-employed. After all, why should they not get the same opportunity that all the other individuals get? Do you want to keep working in a box store, and you want to keep working in washing dishes when you have greater ability? So what we're seeking out as a new program, we're looking for grant writers that would like to be on board with us to help us be national. People that have skills in clerical training and filing, people that are familiar with computer systems, and all the other skills that go along with training. So what we want to do is that the individual we're looking for to be part of the corporation, part of the company, to make this national and be the only company that has a business educational course for challenged. Now, why do I say this? Because I have the only business educational course for business owners, which I've had for 45 years. So as a business owner, entrepreneur, once you know your skills, for instance, that Chris is good in computers, when we start our program, we'll be training people to learn about computers. We're going to hire people, we want people to come on board that are trained in clerical work and skills. Their job is to train, to challenge people to do clerical work, typing and dictation, take dictation and typing. So between the computer and the business program and the clerical and all the other programs that we can put together, where every individual now have an opportunity to say, hey, I want to go there, I want to learn. Because after all, you go to a Votech school and you're paying whatever the fee is, and when you get done, you haven't learned anything more about about your life and where you want to go, except to go work at a box store or wash dishes. So we want to change this whole program for the challenge through Chris and my educational program. And if we can get people to come on board, to be part of the program, as I said, this is all new, so we need people to help us, assistance financially, grant writers, people that are social workers, people that are teachers in clerical and filing, that have worked with the handicapped and the challenged, but have not been involved with education, business education. So that's our expertise along with what we want to do. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to end my portion of this, and I'm going to bring you Chris Kennedy. He's going to talk about his challenges, how he likes working here in the studio, in the office, what he's learned, what his skills are, how he's increased his skills, and the benefits he has of being self-employed as a independent contractor, working with me and other individuals.
Friends, my name is Chris Kennedy. I am proud and privileged to work with my colleague Tony Pezza of American Standard Businesses in Point Pleasant, New Jersey. Prior to that, before, I was working in box stores with retail corporate companies. I was washing dishes, stocking shelves, etc. I am glad to tell you that we are starting the Challenge School for challenged people like myself who are autistic. If you are currently unemployed or working in a retail box store, would you rather be working for yourself anyway? Would you rather be a successful entrepreneur and run your own business? Would you rather have a change of lifestyle, making more dollars, getting to own your new home, being more independent for yourself? Well, the skills that we're going to teach you to be a better entrepreneur, we will show you every step of the way to tutor you in these. Our skills include life skills, money managing, finances, accounting, computer skills, and basic general skills you need for a business. Our qualifications are only that you can handle the class and that you are ready and you can handle doing and running your own business. If you would like to contact us, you can do so at 732-295-5855, or you can email us at tony@mysmallbusiness.biz. Again, that's Tony, Tony, @mysmallbusiness.biz.